Well, Jane, such a pleasure to be interviewing you today. We'll be getting into Limitless in a second, but before that, here at Bionic Buzz, we're all about people's passions. You have done amazing being executive producer for some amazing series from Jesus Crown of Thorns to Lincoln. Where'd your passion for being storytelling kind of came from?
Probably my mum and dad.
Yeah.
And watching British, as you can tell from my accent, I'm British, and watching British TV, like Doctor Who and everything else as a little kid, hiding behind the sofa. I was that girl. So it started all there.
Nice. Well, my favorite thing about watching Limitless is just the animation is showing how our minds actually work. It actually really helps me with like when I get anxiety and stuff. So I guess you could talk about putting that together because I think it's really cool. Maybe it's just me because I'm a visual learner, you know?
Well, we really wanted the graphics to fit in with the show, and so that they are not like things that come up full screen. They're things that are integrated, that they connect up with the whole show, and they're like, I think it's like what the show's trying to do, where we slip the science, sometimes quite intense science,
Yeah.
in through the back door while you're watching Chris Hemsworth do something utterly challenging and insane. But I think that's a very Nutopia way of doing things. Big science, big events kind of mesh together.
Well, the series takes a place like all over the globe. Do you have any like fun stories about going to any places or anything fun, cool memories?
Well, the best, most extreme thing that I personally did was to go with Chris Hemsworth to Bucharest in Romania, where he plays drums with Ed Sheeran in front of 75,000 people. It was a giant, giant stadium. And what you discover in the show is that Chris had been set this challenge by his friend Ed, and then kind of hadn't really done anything. I think if Chris was a boy, which he still is at heart, he's
Yeah.
someone who starts doing his homework like 1 o'clock in the morning before it has to be handed in at 9 o'clock. That's for the
That was me,
semester.
so I understand.
Yeah, the semester long project that you should have been doing for 3 months. And so he doesn't really do anything. He mucks around. And then he's like, holy cow, this is really serious. You can see, if you look closely in the show, you can see how many band-aids he has on his fingers from the crazy amount of drumming he does at the end, knowing that this enormous event is coming up.
That was my favorite episode because I'm a former drummer and I kind of miss playing it and it kind of inspired me to try to pick it up again because just the whole thing about just learning a new skill and what it has on your mind is just very positive, I feel like.
Chris would be so happy to hear you say that.
Oh,
I mean, he
cool.
really would. He would just like, that's what he wants, is for people to be like, okay, uh, you know, challenge yourself. And he always says that he's not naturally very musical, right? It's you, and you see
You
it
see
at
it in
the
the
beginning.
episode
Yeah, he's
too.
really it doesn't come naturally. There's other things that, the millions of other things he can do, but that one is a challenge, and it's particularly a challenge if you don't concentrate. And so like but it was fun being there with him. There was a level of tension
Mhm.
of, is this going to work? Am I going to pull this off? That was extreme, really extreme.
Speaking of extreme, I forget the one episode where it was, but we climbed that dam because I have a fear of heights, and that thing just. But I'm proud of him for doing it, though. You know.
Chris is scared of heights too. The first series that we did with him, he really kind of challenged himself to get over his fear of heights, and he did to some degree, but he's still, again, not a natural. It's the highest man-made climbing wall in the world, and people don't normally climb it in winter, but we decided to climb it in winter, and so it was so cold and so extreme. And when he gets to the top, he's kind of done. It's like really, really, we were all on edge thinking, is he going to just check out? Can he really make it? Can he really make it?
Well, I love the tagline "Live Better Now." The show is very inspiring. Limitless comes on Nat Geo on August 15th on Disney Plus and Hulu. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me and keep up the amazing work.
Thank you. Thank you so much.